Speedway Gladiators here at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway, the program with the compliments of Video Hub. Well, coming up tonight, we meet the winners of the Ray Tarrant Sidecars, the two boys on that 3NZ bike that really took it to town and took it to everybody else on the track, Jamie Moohan and Pat Larsen. We also meet the manager of the Wanganui Vulcans, not the Warriors, they're the Superstock team, the Vulcans, and we also catch up with one of their drivers as well. We catch up with 50% of last week's best pairs. The reason it's 50% is one guy had to urgently run away, he was the other winner, but we catch up with it, Tyler Walker. And then we talk to Stu Russell, normally in the commentary box, but this time he's a manager for the Palmerston North Puma teams. We find out a little more about that and how they are selected. That's all coming up tonight on Speedway Gladiators from the home of Speedway Racing in Palmerston North. Well, a big part of last week's meeting was, of course, the Ray Tarrant Memorial Sidecar Race. Let's have a look at what happened.
All right, we get the revs up, and the tapes are up. We're underway. Oh, banging between the two, 3NZ and the 97, the two bikes there. And the 3NZ's got the jump. Here comes Zani, though, to the outside. We already know Jamie Moohan, Patrick Larsen, they've gone 3 from 3 in qualifying. Zani looks at the high line. Jamie Moohan holding it tight down the bottom. Mike Zahn to the top. Yellow helmet of the 26B. Justin Lincoln in third. Here comes Mike Zahn to the top now. What can he do? Can he get this thing around the outside? 2 down, 2 to go. The 1NZ's in fourth, the 27's in fifth. They're watching all the action unfold. Mike Zahn, he slips back a wee bit, gets a run down the grandstand straight away. Keeps it tight. He's going to have to set the bike nicely for this last lap if he wants the trifecta, but I think the 3NZ's pulled away too far. Jamie Moohan, Patrick Larsen holding on. Mike Zahn's got one last chance. Gets a good run out of turn 2. He's going to take the dive to the outside in turn 3. And here comes Mike Zahn. Can he get the job done? Not quite. The 3NZ's going to take the title. 3NZ, Jamie Moohan, Patrick Larsen led it from the start to finish.
Fantastic racing with that 3NZ machine, shot out in front of everybody else, and of course they ended up on the podium. We caught up with the guys after the official presentation. Well, a big night tonight here at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. It was, of course, the Ray Tarrant Memorial, and on the end of the night, who was on the podium? Well, I guess favourites. Jamie Moohan and Patrick Larsen. Guys, how was the track? It's a bit of a new track. How did you find it?
Hey, the track was awesome tonight. That's definitely one of the best palmy tracks I think we've ever had. Usually it gets a few big holes that the sidecars don't like, but held up pretty good tonight. They got a little hole down there in turn 3 and they got the roller out, filled it in, and it seemed all right. But that was a good, fast track. It was good.
Because you've got some major meetings coming up this season.
There's a lot of big meetings coming up here. We've got obviously the North Island title, Manawatu title. Manawatu's is pretty big in New Zealand. Yep. It's pretty much like the Clay New Zealand title. And then we've got the New Zealand title itself. So, yeah, 3 big titles here this year.
So you think tonight was really worthwhile as far as setup was concerned?
Definitely a stepping stone. It was worth the drive down. We come from Coromandel, so obviously today it was coming close to Christmas, so we're starting to get a few more people on the road. It's a bit more traffic, so it took a bit longer, but yeah, we got there in the end and pretty happy with the result.
Well, guys, congratulations. Safe trip home, and we look forward to seeing you back again soon.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
They're the winners of the Ray Tarrant tonight. They did extremely well. They just went out, blasted the field, and that was really what took the win for them. Well, the Stockcar best pairs created all kinds of mayhem around the track. It was a fantastic best pairs meeting with the compliments of Humphrey, Steele and Performance. Stockcar best pairs. Let's have a look and see just how the guys ripped and tore at one another.
As we get the green, and away we go. Burko the outside, it's Burmester down low that gets the run. Very wet track on one up the wall there, 86p. And that's Beau McLeod.
Rob Mason turned around.
Yep, Rob Mason spun up there. And Neil Coley involved there. Lucas Hay as well, the 13. Down the back. Your race leader, here we go, Daniel Burmester. 172p ahead of Tyler Walker in the 33. So we've got one going to the wall. That's the 466. He's up. Not quite over. Royden Stanley involved there. The 82p car. He's beat up Rob Mason, the 466. That being, just trying to catch that name, James Galpin. Wayne Verco's doing a good job here at the moment as Tyler Walker goes to the lead. 33 S car ahead of the 172 Daniel Burmester. Then we go back to Wayne Verco in the 16. As we get the white flag for Tyler Walker, former New Zealand champion, the 33 S car. Out of the Munchies cars out here. T Walker pushes his way through. Then we're going racing. Second heat of the best pairs. Liam Whelan, Taranaki champ, shoots his way into the front. Jaden Barnaby's been spun up in front of the field. Let's see how they manoeuvre this one. Oh, massive head on there from the 91 of Wade McNabb. We've got something spat out on the track. Dave Seymour's involved. As Kyle Taylor works his way into that Taylor Lamp. He's not mucking around with Rob Mason. Fires him off the end. Alan Gore, I don't know what he's doing, but he's half on the track and half off it. Gets a big punt from Burmester for good measure. Whelan doing a great job out in front. The 66 S car, the Munchies Express machine, ahead of the 772, 278, 79, 992, 13, 44, 172, 33S, 48G, 212V. Although it looks like Mulcahy's been passed there by Tyler Walker. There he has. Oh, I got one across the track, Daryl Hammond, and he gets collected by Dave Seymour. The front end's just completely dropped out of the 699. Race leader Liam Whelan, the 66S, heading into turn 3 now. Being chased down. Oh, he gets spun up. Kyle Burford takes out the Stratford competitor. Oh, Kyle Lamp's got nowhere to go. He's had to go around the infield cars. Got tangled there with the 98. So the race leader, I think, is Kyle Taylor, the 278, I think. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
He's getting the checker flag. Kyle Taylor takes the win. Utes off, we get the green. Hamish McLeod, he goes wide. Kyle Rowe down the bottom. We get Blair Reeves Smith pushed to the infield. Aaron Watson spun up. Purcell stuck behind the 45. 98 of Barnaby. He's cut through the lot of them. We've got one into the wall. It's Neil Coley, courtesy of Caleb Coxhead. Oh, he's up. He's right up there, Neil Coley. This is Blair Reeves Smith with Tyler Walker's title for the taking. Looks like Burford is on the pole line. He's got the 44 tangled up out of Stratford. Kyle Rowe still your race leader. Hamish McLeod, Tyler Walker, Kyle Lamp, Aaron Watson, Blake Barnett, Daniel Burmester, Wayne Verco, Liam Metcalf, Blair Reeves Smith. We got one in the wall, it's Verco. White flag, one to go. He's got Blair Reeves Smith behind him. Oh, he goes wide. Let's Kyle Rowe underneath. Reeves Smith's gone wide. Burmester's going to try and read this one. He's got one corner to get by. This could make or break the title. He's going to try and cruise it. He gets around the outside of Metcalf. What can Burmester do here? He's been taken care of by Tyler Walker. They all finish.
Well, when the dust had settled, we got half of the best pair winner. The man that was on the podium was Tyler Walker. Well, here at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway tonight, we had the best pairs. What does it mean? Well, the stock car guys are teamed up. When they do the drivers' meeting, they have a draw and they team it up. And Tyler Walker, well, Tyler, you were selected. Your buddies departed on you. But did you have any plan before the meeting tonight? Did you get together and have a bit of a chat?
No, we just go and do our own thing and just try and be consistent and finish races, really, and that's what we've done, so managed to come out on top.
But you knew who was your partner?
Yeah, I knew Blair was, yeah, and he's generally pretty consistent. He's got a brand new car, so he went well tonight, and yeah, it's good.
It's an interesting way to do it, isn't it? You know, best pairs, because you've really got two guys trying to do their very best, and it doesn't always work out successfully.
Yeah, it's dead right. You know, one guy can have a bad race and the team's gone, sort of thing. You know, so it's a good team thing. And generally, if you're reliable and you manage to finish all 3 races, you know, both drivers, you're somewhere thereabouts. Because you know these days it's hard to finish all 3, especially at Palmy and you know tracks like that. And it's pretty crazy out there. So you just got to be consistent. Whatever happens.
It's interesting because you know out of towners took out the major thing tonight, and not that I'm going to mention it, Stratford and Wanganui, and well done guys. I mean you know you thoroughly deserved it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a really enjoyable race, and there was a bit of action in Heat 3 as well, which made it good for the crowd, entertaining. So it was pretty chaotic out there. But
Tyler, all the very best, mate. Congratulations to you and your offsider, wherever he is, and well done. And we look forward to seeing you back soon.
Sounds good, mate. Thank you very much.
Tyler Walker, he's been 1NZ, of course, the man out of Stratford, and he was 50% of the best pairs tonight at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. Team Invasion is the big one tonight, but let's go back to 2022, last year. Let's see what happened.
Good start from the inside then from McGee. He leads out for the Young Guns as they head down the back straight, chased by the 992p of Taylor Lamb. Burmeister's got the brakes on, holding up Ellis. Humphreys is buried in there as well in the 94p. But as we all know, it's not about speed, but this does seem to be a bit of a speed teams race at the moment. Big shot on the 43p of Hammond. The Pumas running 1 and 2. Taylor Lamp with his wingman Burmeister tucked up on the inside there in second spot. 69W McGee, definitely the fastest of the Young Guns cars, and he is closing in once again back there in third, rapidly closing in on Burmeister. Puts a big shot on the back of the 172. Humphreys gets a big serve. Huge serve. The 992 of Lamp is trying to catch second place, but it's not going to happen. They come to the line for the checkered flag. Ben Ellis will win it for the Young Guns. There's 100 points right there. They drop the green this time. On the brakes on the outside. That allows the 135 of Jaden Hall to get away for Mid-East. Royden Hind for Mid-East is getting held up by the 84 of Mike Mack and tries to go the outside. Not a smart move there, Royden. Trying to go around the outside of Mike Mack, and then he turns the tables on him and puts a hit in and runs right over the front there of the 84. And look at this down the main straight. Mike Mack's holding up about 4 cars. And Jaden Hall back through for the lead again. Oh, big hit. Oh, big, huge hit. The bodywork's coming all loose on that 8 car. As they come to the checker, oh, Mike Mack tried to put the hit on. Jaden Hall was able to sneak by the skin of his teeth. A must-win situation for the Pumas. And straight away, Tyler Walker gets turned around. Here come the race leaders. Flying around the outside. Tried to put a shot on the 172 of Burmeister. Couldn't get that job done, and Walker's up. No, it's not Walker, 32. The 32 car of Duthie. Oh, he's able to drive back off it. Burmeister flying around the outside on turn 4. Taylor Lamp gets spun on the main straight. Here comes Burmeister, big hit down here on the 84 of Barker. Now it's the Stormers 9 car of Jensen in the lead. Momentum has swung the other way, and the Pumas now really are in trouble. Possibly not even going to make that top 4. Jensen's crossed the stripe, he's taken the Hyundai. Steelers out to an early lead with the 16 car. Gibson Tout still in block mode there on Verco in the 16. So it's the 45p car now of Aaron Watson that's gone into the lead for the Steelers. 65 Mid-East car of Royden Hind in second place.
Where's Aaron going to go? Is he going to go the outside, the inside? Trying to go the inside.
Oh, contact. Both Steelers cars working over the 135 of Hall.
Got through.
And Royden Hind spins the 174. Keeping on this 135 car. Hall's going to line up the leader. Gets on the brake up into turn 3. But just can't stop him. And Watson gets through. 1 lap to go. Here comes the 135. Hall is going to try and deal to the 45 of Watson and spins him round, and Royden Hind goes through. Royden Hind will win it for the Mid-East. There's at least 100 points. Straight away, that 135 car makes his move. But into the early lead goes the 9S of Bryce Jensen. The Stormers are in rampant mood early on. Again, the 135's getting some attention. Jaden Hall, hard shot in the fence. Jaden Hall still in the fight. Here's a big move, big hit. Down here on turn, he's over! The race leader. Duffy puts the big shot in on the 135 car of Hall. Spins him out. The Mid-East are going to pick up a podium at their first ever event. Royden Hine will win it for the Mid-East, but it was all teamwork.
Let's look at who the winners were last year. It was, of course, the Wanganui Vulcans. And the manager is Gerry Linklater. Gerry, g'day, mate. Looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, hey Dave, thanks for having us. Yeah, really looking forward to it. The boys have done really well at this event the last 2 years. We've actually won it, so we're really keen to come down and try and make it 3 in a row.
I've just got to ask you, what's the feeling in Wanganui? Did you have problems picking a team, or was it a case of who to leave out?
There's always a good group of guys that are keen. And, this year we're really trying to look at the big picture. That we've got our New Zealand Teams Champs at the end of, might be the start of March. So we really want to make sure that we give everyone a go through the season. We're quite excited to have a couple of new faces in there.
So who would be most experienced driver, do you think?
Dion Mooney for us this weekend, without a doubt. Didn't team race for us last year, but he's keen and itching to get back in there and have a go. So, yeah, and someone like that gives a great deal of leadership for the guys too. It's just super positive having someone like him around.
Without putting a jinx on you, who are you expecting big things from in the team?
Well, we got 2 new recruits really this year for us, being Bailey Chapman and Rahidi Connor. So really excited to see what they bring to the table. Dion Mooney, we know exactly what he can do. And last year we had Cody Lockett was new for us, and so this is his second crack with the Vulcans. And he's super exciting. He is. I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to do for the Vulcans over a long period of time. So that'll be awesome. Then we got Dennis Black in there too, and we know what he brings to the table, and we're really, really happy to have him there. So, and then if one of the guys did get injured, then which we cross our fingers that it won't happen, but if it does, we got Callum Sturzaker in the wings ready to jump in and have a go. And most people would have him in the original team if they could. Unfortunately, he has some mechanical issues why he is the 6th driver this week. But yeah, pretty awesome dude to have coming off the bench.
You're not really short of anything.
No. We've on paper doesn't win you anything. It's not really worth the paper it's written on. But if you look at that, we do have all our bases covered, and everybody on that team is multi-talented. They can do whatever they need to do. So
teams racing is different from individual racing, and particularly when you've got a team and crews that are really involved in jumping out of their skin, it's a great place to be.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Palmy, I don't know if it's the birthplace of teams racing, but it's, in our eyes, it's certainly the home of teams racing. That track is built for teams racing. And I think that's part of the reason why we peaked down there the last couple of years winning this event, is because we just love it, and the track's, it's just such an awesome teams racing track. So it's where we want to be, and we can't wait.
Well, all the best, mate. Gerry Linklater, thanks for your time, and all the best to the Wanganui Vulcans for this weekend, and smiles on the faces all round at the end of the podium.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Thank you.
There he is. He's the manager of the Wanganui Vulcans, Gerry Linklater, a former 1NZ as well, by the way. He's managing the team. Let's see how they go at the end of the night. The 6th driver in the Wanganui Vulcans team is Callum Sturzaker. Callum, were you on the team last year from memory? Just refresh my mind.
Yep, yeah, I was in the team both of the years that we've won it.
What is it for you that you're attracted to teams racing?
The big hits and all that sort of stuff. It's good fun because you can't do the old wind-offs and all that sort of stuff now with all the rules that are in. So it's better to just stick to teams and do all the big hits then.
When you started teams racing, your very first team, who was it against? Do you remember?
I think we did a like a practice one against the Manawatu Steelers.
And what are your memories of that race? How did you think you performed?
I just asked what they wanted me to do, and I did what they said. So I won the race for them, and it was good.
It's a great team. I mean, you've got people like Francis Poteka, Dion, of course, and a couple of others. You've got a couple of new guys, but it's so important to blood the new people in, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone's got to learn. So some of us might not be able to make it, and so someone's got to go in and fill the spot. So if everyone learns and everyone's on the same page, we can just get it done either way.
What would you prefer to do, solo racing or teams?
Teams racing for sure.
Everybody says teams. What is it? What is it about teams that light your fire?
I don't know. You can have best mates out there and that, but once your team's racing and you can go smoke your best mate, and they're not going to go back and hit you in the next individual race because it's teams racing sort of thing. And everyone can get a laugh about it and have a beer in the club rooms at the end.
Well, Callum, all the very best. Thanks for your time, mate, and we look forward to seeing you at the track a bit later on tonight.
Yep, cool as. Catch you later.
Callum Sturzaker, member of the Wanganui Vulcans. As he said, he's sixth driver. He may or may not get an opportunity, but if he doesn't get an opportunity on the track, I know that he'll be right behind the guys, working with them, helping them, and making sure that the Vulcans turn out the very, very best performance tonight. Another big weekend this weekend at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. It's the machinery specialists' Stockcar Team Invasion. It's going to be very, very special. 12 teams races, 10 teams from local and around the country. And Bruce Robinson's here with me to do the draw. And, of course, senior referee Ross Thurston. Bruce, a good mix of experience and geographically a good mix around the country.
Certainly a good mix from around the country. And they're all top teams that have come from each track. They are the top teams. We've got 3 teams from the Palmerston North track here. There's the Pumas red and the Pumas yellow, I believe, the colours they're running under. And of course the Steelers team, which has been together for many years. So it'll be some exciting racing, that's for sure.
Well, we're here to do the draw. That's what it's all about. So firstly, we find Team 1 for the weekend. So Ross, if you would, pick up the first envelope and let us know who Team 1 is going to be.
10 envelopes in there, Bruce.
Thank you, Ross. We'll see who we've got for Team 1. Manawatu Steelers will be first out the gate. So
Manawatu Steelers are Team 1. Who will they meet in the first round? Team 2 is?
Team 2, let's see who we've got here. Gisborne Gladiators.
Ooh.
Wow.
Bit of a battle on their hands there, straight up.
Yeah, that's going to be great for the first race. Alrighty, we move to Team 3. They'll be meeting obviously Team 4, but to find out firstly who Team 3 is.
It's in the middle, that one.
Stratford Stormers. There we go.
Stratford Stormers Team 3 versus Team 4, who are?
That one's on the top.
Here we got Auckland Alley Cats,
Stratford Auckland.
the current New Zealand team's champions for stock cars.
Alrighty, we move to Team 5.
You did well.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce.
Team 5. Palmerston North Pumas, yellow team.
Pumas Yellow is Team 5 versus Team 6, who are?
Let's hope it's not red.
Maybe we'll see who we've got here. Ooh, I think you did that. Palmerston North Pumas red, so it's the 2 Pumas teams are up against each other.
Sorry about that, boys.
So
Well, that's in the first round. The second round, though, hopefully they're not.
they're not.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to Team 7, who are?
Team 7, Cowbells, Waikato Raiders.
They'll be against Team 8, who are?
The Waikato team's a strong team. They've just been down to Christchurch to race down there, and they're a top team. They beat the Alley Cats a couple of weeks ago as well. So who are we looking at here? Wanganui Vulcans, and that's team number
8.
8, is it? Righto.
Team 9,
Team 9.
Wellington Young Guns.
The Young Guns, who were defeated twice by the Pumas in the last couple of weeks. They'll be looking for a bit of a return on that, wouldn't they?
A bit of revenge, I would say.
And they'll be racing Team 10, who are?
Lucky last.
Lucky last. Somebody will know who they are. Miani Maulers.
The Maulers. Well, there we go. That's the draw for the first part of the night. That's the first races. 1, 2, and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. As the night unfolds, it depends on their points. It will depend on what happens on part 2 of the Stockcar Teams races. So Bruce, just run us through very, very briefly the points and how they get down into first place.
We're running the normal teams racing points, which is 100 down, 100 for a win. And the top 2 on points will run off for first and second. The next 2 highest will run off for third and fourth in the finals. If there is a draw somewhere in those top 4 or between say 2 and 3 or even perhaps 4 and 5, it'll be a runoff, and when you have a runoff in teams racing it's 4 laps, but there are 2 cars from each team out there, so it'll be exciting racing just if there's a runoff there, and that'll be the difference of winning or losing. Each team has got 5 members, so they've all got a reserve, so we shouldn't have too much delay between the rounds, I guess, because they'll have a reserve if they've got 1 car that's disabled.
And the Super Saloons, of course, are the supporting class this Saturday night. Now, don't forget we're racing a little earlier. We'll be underway at 6 o'clock. The gates will be opening around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So come early, get your family and friends, and enjoy one hell of a night of Stockcar Teams racing this Saturday night at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. The manager of the 2 Palmerston Puma teams is Stu Russell, normally in the commentary hut. Tonight, he's going to be watching from behind the fence or infield and how those 2 teams are going to perform.
Last season I went along, I put my name in the ring. Puck and the team were, I guess, rejigging their structure, their team structure and how they done everything, and they put a chance to apply to be a manager, a selector, and I think a media person or something. And I thought, well, I'm in the box every night. I see all the racing. I'm not just in Palmy, I see the racing around the countryside as well. So I figured I like to put my hand up to be a selector. Puck rang me up and said, hey mate, do you want to have a go and be a part of it and put your 10 cents in? So I did, and went to the first meeting, and I walked out of that meeting as a co-manager with Ian Parfitt. So I don't know how that managed. And here I am today.
All right, as a manager, what exactly is your role?
Every track's different, but with Palmerston North, our role as a manager is find sponsors, pick a team of 5 drivers or 6 drivers, including your 6th driver obviously. Sign writing, working with, in our case it's Screenworks, working with Skip and the team there in designing the new look, designing merchandise, organising the merchandise. We're very grateful that Amanda, Puck's daughter, who does a lot for Speedway, she does a lot for the team as well, in the sense of she'll book our accommodation and things like that.
Alrighty, let's look at the 2 teams then. You guys are running both,
Yep.
But they're individual drivers in each team.
Yep.
Let's go Pumas 1.
So, well, I'm going to correct you a little bit. We're going Pumas yellow and Pumas red.
Oh, it's
purely
now
for that
yellow
fact,
and red.
because you don't want to go 1 and 2. We're a team of 10, 11, 12 drivers now. We're a team of 12 drivers. And we want to, we really want to push that with the boys, and the boys know that, there's 5 spots to Auckland, or 6 for the 6th driver, and they've got to earn those spots, and we want to keep it as a team in a family environment. So, but our Pumas yellow team is Jared Davis in the 31P. We've got 79P Kyle Rowe. We've got 135 Jaden Hall, 172 Daniel Burmester, and 667 Hamish McLeod. And then we've got the Pumas red team, which is 13 of Lucas Hay, the 134 of Rebecca Barr, 223 of Ray Tarrant Robertson, 772 of Kyle Lamp, and 992 of Taylor Lamp. And they'll be looked after on the night by with their own team meetings. In this case, will be Gary Parks and Gary Davis.
Well, you know, it's different. It's a different role tonight than what we normally do.
Yep.
And you know, it's a good opportunity. I mean, you're running against 10 of probably the best teams in the country, certainly the North Island teams anyway.
We are.
So at least at the end of the night, it gives the Pumas a really good look at where they stand.
Yeah, of course. The Alley Cats are here. They're the New Zealand champions. The Raiders are here. They're the Reed Shield holders. They just finished runner-up at the mainland teams in Christchurch, and they beat the Alley Cats a couple of weeks back. They were the New Zealand champions up until last season when the Alley Cats won it. You know, there's the young guns. Okay, it might be a rookie team, but they're 8-time champions of New Zealand team champs. We're 6-time champions. Hawke's Bay are sort of going through a development phase with a new manager, and Aussie's doing a great job with them. There's, you know, plenty of teams. Stockcar Teams, I think, is probably at its healthiest at the moment around the country.
And that's really, really good. And we may or may not see you next week or in a couple of weeks' time back in the hut.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. We've got a heap of teams races lined up around the countryside as well. Boxing Day, we're teams racing against the Maulers. We're off to the World 240s again to race the Rascals. We're off to Miami and the 9th of February to teams racing against the Maulers again. We've got Huntley for their invitation on the 17th or 18th of February. And then, of course, the New Zealand Championship, the 1st and 2nd of March in Auckland.
Well, Stu, again, all the best, and let's see how the two Puma sides go tonight.
Yeah.
We wish them well.
Thanks very much, Dave.
Stu Russell, he's a manager, one of the managers of the Puma Collective, for want of a better word. Not far away from the start of the meeting. Let's see how they go. Will they be on the end of the podium, on the right side of the podium? Let's wait and see. Well, that's Speedway Gladiators for this week with the compliments of Video Hub. Have a great week. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.